Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, I hope everyone is ready to buckle in, get into some crazy shit going on. North Korea, as always, they're up to no good, as one might think, but there was a newspaper, or not a newspaper, a unauthorized autobiography from Michael Malice, who had a personal account of what life is like on the inside of such an awful, unruly dictatorship such as North Korea. And these bastards, Kim Jong-Un and all of his appointed officials, they're just awful. They're just tier 1 trash, garbage, fucking buttload of fuck. Honestly, I don't have any more words to describe than just awful words for these people. Cuss words is nothing suffice. Nothing, not even subpar of what these people are capable of. These are awful monsters. They're mon, they're just monsters. That's all I can say. They're just awful. They've created this social system, like a social class, like serfs, and then you got class men or whatever, and then you got knights, and then you got the king. And the kings, in this case, are the officials, the appointed, like second, third, fourth in command, besides Kim Jong Un and the rest of his family. These people, they just trash on people below them, people that are pretty much just slaves at this point, and they're not getting anything out of this. Whatever class they're born into, they're stuck that way for life. They can't marry into someone that's higher than them. They can only marry someone who's as poor as them, who's as hungry as them, who's as just in the same rut, the same trash as them. And these people on top, they kick them, they torture them, they rape them. And this one thing that I heard that blew my mind was this woman who was in a concentration camp. Yep, they still have concentration camps. These people are just awful. They raped this woman, and so she's not supposed to have sex out of wedlock. So they pretty much they just keep piling on more and more punishment on her. They run her over with a truck, they cut her legs off, and they tell her, okay, get back to work, you still gotta meet your quota for today. And God forbid if you die, well, then the rest of your family has to take on that work quota that you were supposed to do for that day, for that week, for the rest of forever. And there's no end to this. Not even death can get you out. It just piles on to the rest of your family. And there's no food that they're given to them. Like I said, whatever class you're born into dictates how much food you can get. And hey, I'll put a picture up here. You can see how fat these people are. Kim Jong-Un, he's fat. He's got enough food to feed himself, his families. I'm sure they throw most of it away. They don't feed nobody out there. I don't want to put any pictures of how horrible and how gross these people look. I'm sorry, gross is the only word I can think of right now. Their bellies are shrunken, their ribs are showing, their legs are just so there's nothing on them. There's no meat, there's no muscle, there's no fat, there's nothing. It's just skin and bones is what these people are. They're just walking around hoping for death, but they don't want death, and they can't revolt. I forget how Michael Malice puts it in words, but it puts it into perspective a little bit. They every week they're supposed to show up to kind of like a group meeting, kind of like a AAA meeting. Like this week I fell back on the horse, or I fell off the horse. I need to get back on. Gotta get my sobriety up to 2 days this time. No, that's just not how it goes. They have to tell everybody there, like in their small groups, like what they did that week, what they did wrong that week, and just to kind of keep everybody in check. Because if they find any little bit of news of people trying to revolt, trying to throw back, trying to revolt against the government, they'll just be punished, tortured, and murdered. And then they do nothing to cover it up, because inside those walls, nothing leaks out except for Michael Malice's new book. It's Dear Reader. Go ahead and check that out. I haven't checked it out personally, but I saw it earlier today, and it's awful. It's wonderful at the same time. It sheds a lot of light on what actually goes inside those confines of this awful fucking place. And they got the whole consensus, the whole population just working for them relentlessly. They've got them cornered between a hard place and a rock. There's no way to get out. There's no way to move up in social ranking. You're stuck there with no food, and you just work every day. I mean, if you're in the bottom tier, you can't go to college. You can't marry anyone unless they're, like I said, the same weight, the same weight class as you, the same poor class as you. It's truly awful. And they just abuse people. They beat pregnant women. They torture them. They restrict them from any real news. They just put on like religion news. Pray to Kim Jong-Un. You know, follow the 10 Commandments. Their own version of the 10 Commandments, you know. One of them, well, I don't know what they are exactly. I don't want to follow any of that bullshit. But it's just like, you gotta praise the High King. You know, their High King is Kim Jong-Un. That fat prick who's ruining their lives. And he's got them brainwashed. Trying to, I mean, not brainwashed, but just in fear for their lives. Because if they don't follow what they're supposed to do, they get tortured before that, you know. Before they get murked. And it's just awful. But it doesn't end there, you know. They got missiles pointed at South Korea. I mean, within target range, they can unload thousands of nuclear arms on them, and just trash everything, turn it into rubble, start a whole World War III. They don't even care, you know. Their whole population is just disposable. They honestly don't care at that point. They could be soldiers, they could be meat bags, they could be human shields for all they care. It's not anything to them. It's no skin off their nose. It's no food off their plate. They don't gotta share nothing with them. So they'll just point missiles at everyone. They'll launch as many as they can get off. If they're going down, they're trying to kill as many people as possible. They truly are unruly, vicious people. I mean, you can't even call them people at this point. They're demons. They're hellspawn animals. They're awful. And I kind of just want to stop it right there. I really don't have much else to touch up on today. But besides that, just remember we're in a blessed country and try not to take everything for granted. This world, you know, it kind of sucks. But, you know, in a great country as America, it's awesome to live in. Or if you're not in America, just be glad you're not in North Korea. Fuck that place, honestly. It's the worst. There's nothing that compares. Every communist dictatorship has fallen through. And hopefully maybe he falls ill at some point and just kills over. I'm sure someone else will take over and just ruin it for another generation. But there's always hope at the end of the tunnel. Make sure to like, subscribe, comments, share with your friends. Go ahead and have a fantastic Sunday, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully it won't be as morbid as today. Maybe some newsworthy stories will be a little bit more cheerful tomorrow. But regardless, have a fantastic day. Peace.